Hope everyone is doing well. Your families and yourselves are staying safe. Welcome to the second virtual General Membership Meeting of the African American Coaches Society, AACS. For those of you that are not members and who do not know me, my name is Joseph Matthews, and I am the president of this great organization. At this time, we will have the Negro National Anthem, followed by the invocation, and then I will return to give other items that are on the agenda for today.
Hello, I'm CHERYL Few, and I will be singing Lift Every Voice and Sing, otherwise known as the Negro National Anthem. The Negro National Anthem was written by James Weldon Johnson. James Weldon Johnson was a lawyer, diplomat, professor, prolific writer and poet, and the first African-American leader of the NAACP. At the time he wrote the song in 1899, he was the principal of the segregated Stanton School in Jacksonville, Florida. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Oh, sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us, and sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for this privilege. We thank you for this time. But moreover, we thank you for you, Lord, the owner, the maker, the creator of everything. Lord, we're just asking you to keep us on one accord at this time, that we might bring you honor, praise, and glory. In your matchless name I pray, amen.
Thank you, Cheryl, for that rendition. It was very moving. And thank you, Bill Hopson, our chaplain, for that fine invocation. The President's message is going to be a little different today. Since we're not in our regular meeting place, the committee reports that are normally given by our committee chairs, I'm going to do that as part of my President's message. And we're going to cover some membership, ways and means, holiday gift giving, which is always an exciting event, and birthday announcements. And then I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while, because we haven't been meeting, but our little-known Black History fact. Then we're going to have the minutes of our last meeting, which was in June the 27th. We're going to have an announcement from one of our directors on the Maintenance Reserve Fund campaign of 2021. We're going to have our financials from our financial secretary. And then we have an election coming up. So we're going to have a nomination and election presentation where you're going to learn the officers and directors that are up for election. Then we're going to have our board chair give some remarks. Our 200 Club, which is always an exciting part of our meeting because we give away a lot of money, and we're going to be giving away a lot of money today. We're pretty excited about that. Then we're going to have our benediction from our chaplain and adjournment, and then the next meeting date will be announced. And then one exciting thing is an upcoming event that's going to take place later on today. So that's our agenda. So let me go on with the President's message. You know, this is our fiscal year began in July, and we're on a fiscal year calendar. Our fiscal year starts in July and ends in June of the following year. During that time, we are looking for our members to renew their membership. And I hope that you, if you have not already done so, if you would do that. We have our membership committee and designees calling to remind those that have not done it. And I know I've made some phone calls, and the response has been very positive. But if you have not received a call or have not paid your membership dues, please do so, because that keeps our organization going. And under the current situation of the pandemic, we're not having any revenues coming in, so we're very much dependent on our dues. For those of you that are not members that might be interested in joining, our membership categories are $100 a year for singles, $150 for families, and that includes anyone in your household is considered your family, and they're covered with that $150. We also have a youth category, ages 18 to 34, and that's $50 membership. And then we have two categories of corporate memberships of $250 and $500. If you are interested in either one of those, you can call the office, and we'll be glad to give you further information. One of our committees that's very active in providing us with fundraising and funds is our Ways and Means Committee. We are currently looking for a chair for that committee. So if you are interested, and I know you can add something to that committee, if you would contact me here at the office at the Senate or our Senate Administrator, we'll be glad to get you involved on that committee, the Ways and Means. We need a chairperson. One of the things that the Ways and Means Committee does is they have our annual membership appreciation cookout, which is normally done during the Labor Day weekend. Unfortunately, during the pandemic, we were unable to have that event. But we have scheduled it potentially for May 22nd of 2021. That's subject to change, but that's the date we selected. Hopefully we can do it. We really don't know how long we're going to be in this situation, but it could be longer than that. But we will keep you posted, of course, in that situation. Holiday gift giving. That is a very important event here. The kids look forward to receiving gifts, and we do that in December. And we're going to do it again this year, but with the pandemic, of course, everything is changing. We're going to be doing it differently than we normally do. And that is, we're going to have a drive-through. In other words, you're going to drive up your car in the front, and your gifts will be given that way. Our chairperson, Sharon Waring, will be sending out information and contacting the agencies which we work with during the Christmas and holiday gift giving. The date for that event is December 4th, and we will be accepting donations, and we hope that you would have all your donations in no later than November 10th. We are accepting donations at this time, but we hope you don't, you have your donations in by the 10th. But if you feel that you want to purchase a gift, please submit your unwrapped gifts to the center. You can drop them off on Monday through Friday between the hours of 10 and 2, which is our normal business hours here at the center. And those gifts for youngsters 3 through 10. So, and male and female, that's why if you don't wrap the gifts, we'll know what gender they're for. Our cultural committee is in need also of a chairperson. Our cultural committee puts on several cultural events during the year, and we're seeking members there and also a chairperson. Again, if you are interested in serving on these committees, please drop by the office, call me at the center or our cultural center administrator and have that done. We always, at our general membership meetings, recognize birthdays. In our June meeting, we recognize birthdays all the way through August. But right now, we recognize our September birthdays. So if you're celebrating a birthday during the month of September, happy birthday. But I want to recognize a couple of people who are celebrating or will be celebrating birthdays within the next day or two, including the individual who is celebrating his birthday today. And that is Arthur Leon McLaurin. Happy birthday today. Raleigh Stockton, one of our longtime members, is celebrating birthday tomorrow. Mary Rogers Grantham will be celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry. Raleigh's birthday was yesterday. Mary's birthday is tomorrow. And on the 28th, Reverend Charlene R. Cochran will be celebrating her birthday, and that'll be on the 28th. So happy birthday to all of those that are celebrating birthdays, and enjoy it, and hopefully you will have many, many more. During our celebration of my little known Black History fact, I'd like to remind you of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. It was a landmark piece of legislation that prohibited racial discrimination in voting. That right, as we all know, was granted by the Constitution, but it was never really followed. That piece of legislation signed by Lyndon B. Johnson gave us that right. Now, what did that legislation do? It outlawed the discriminatory voting practices adopted in many southern states after the Civil War, including literacy tests as a prerequisite to voting. This act to enforce the 15th Amendment to the Constitution was signed into law 95 years after the amendment was ratified. Saying that, We are in a time where voting, particularly this election, is extremely important for us to exercise the right that was given to us. The right to V-O-T-E. Don't believe the okey doke that people tell you that your vote doesn't count. Every vote counts. The only time it doesn't count if you don't exercise it. Thank you for your indulgence, and hopefully we'll see each other down the road. But remember, if you need us, we're just a phone call away. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Blanche Valentine. I'm the Cultural Center Administrator, and I'm reading the minutes from the last general meeting, which was June 27th. Jerry Wright is our recording secretary, and she's unable to be with us today. The meeting was called to order by President Joseph Matthews, the invocation by our chaplain, Bill HOPSON, and the first order of business was the President's meeting. President Matthews presented the details of how AACS is carrying on business during COVID-19 and the involvement of the board, the center being closed except for essential meetings. Rentals have been suspended, and the center administrator is working remotely, although she comes into the office for robocalls to respond to emails, etc. Loans and grants submitted, approved and pending. Juneteenth presentation done virtually on the AACS website and YouTube. Donations and support by members, contribution and sponsors. One young member intern is working with the center administrator during the summer. The youth membership eligibility. Membership dues needed to be paid by the 30th of June, and expectations of future meetings. Second order of business was the Board of Directors report. Richard Barnes, the director, encouraged members to continue to pledge and contribute to the maintenance reserve fund campaign of 2021. He shared past events he has attended and how budgeting funds helps him to continue to participate in the campaign. EDMUND PINTO, board director, shared how AACS began, its progress, and how he stressed the continued support of the membership. Third order of business: March, April, May, June, July, August birthdays recognized. Fourth order, announcements. Save the date, September the 22nd, at 2 p.m., A. Peter Bailey, acclaimed journalist, author, and lecturer, to speak and have a book signing. Fifth order of business, the 200 Club Drama. Berkeley Chandler, chairperson, and committee completed the drawings as listed, with the winners below. 4 $100 winners for June: Victor Krause, Alton Dempsey, Cynthia George, and Nazir Amen. 1 $250 quarterly winner: Loretta Bryan. 4 $100 winners for July: Matthew Davis, Joyce Gary, Clarence Broadnax, and Barbara Solomon. The benediction was by our chaplain, Bill HOPSON, and the meeting was adjourned. We thank the video production and editing by South Coast Entertainment.
Good morning. Since this is our first general meeting in the new fiscal year, let me say a few words about last fiscal year. Financial results for fiscal year 2020 that ended on June 30th were better than anticipated, considering the effects of the pandemic on our meetings, our events, and services planned for early this year. Total consolidated income was $88,522. Total consolidated expenses were $85,722. As a result, overall, we had an operating income gain of $2,800, primarily due to donations and grants and early payment of dues. So last year, we almost achieved our budgeted goal of $5,000. We give special thanks to the Grants Committee for their ongoing hard work in obtaining much-needed operating funds. Continuing with last year's finances, we had donations of $45,088 to the campaign for the Maintenance Reserve Fund. That was much less than expected. The fiscal year-end maintenance fund balance was $40,860 after we paid out $21,983 from the fund, primarily for air conditioning unit upgrades. We will talk more about the campaign for the Maintenance Reserve Fund in next month's meeting. Overall, AACS's checking account balance increased $28,640 from July 2019 to the end of June, at which it was then $61,128. Now let's look at the financial results for the new fiscal year. Total consolidated income for July and August was $14,781. Total consolidated expenses were $15,910. As a result, for those 2 months, we had the usual operating income loss, but the loss of $1,129 was much smaller than in prior years. Finally, in July and August, the Maintenance Reserve Fund balance increased by $4,681 to $45,541. So we began September with AACS's checking account balance at $65,680, an increase of $3,552 since June. This concludes the financial report for this general membership meeting. Please look in your monthly copy of the Scribe newsletter for continuing information on AACS's financial status. Thank you.
Good morning. Each year, AACS members vote to elect directors and officers to fill leadership positions. This year, the Nominating and Election Committee is asking for members to serve as director, first vice president, recording secretary, or treasurer. Each position to be filled by election in 2020 has a 3-year term starting January 21. Duties of each position are stipulated in the AACS bylaws. Current directors with terms ending this year are Daniel Isaac, Melville J. McCarthy, and Jean M. Tanner. Daniel and Jean have offered and been nominated to run again for the position of director. Current officers with terms ending this year are First Vice President Sybil Dodson Lucas, Recording Secretary Geraldine Wright, and Treasurer MERRITT A. Robertson. Each of these officers is eligible to serve another consecutive term in their current position. Those who have offered and been nominated to run for office positions are Joseph T. Jones for Vice President, Geraldine Wright for Recording Secretary, and MERRITT Robertson for Treasurer. As part of this September general membership meeting, floor nominations will be accepted for the directors and officers' positions to be filled this year. Please call or email the center by next Monday, September 28th, and leave your name and the name of your nominees. After speaking to the persons you intend to nominate, a member of the Nominating and Election Committee will then obtain the necessary paperwork from your nominees. A slate of candidates will be finalized and published in the Scribes October edition. Mail-in election ballots will be sent to each FY 2021 financial member in adequate time to allow for return by AACS Election Day, November 20th. Election results will be announced at the general membership meeting on 21 November. Many thanks to those presently nominated, and we hope there will be many additional members who wish to serve in leadership positions. Thank you.
AACS family, this is your board chair, Ed Pinto, and I pray that each of you and your respective families have survived this summer, this pandemic, and that you're all alive and well. During the summer, we were able to conduct a little business here at AACS, and one was finish paying for the new air conditioning system. And as you've heard me mention many times in the past, we have a profound need for a new roof. We mentioned that that roof is quite expensive. We were able to enter in a contract with K&R Roofing to install a brand new roof on AACS, which would include all of the damage that we sustained from water, from the roof leaking. And we have numerous locations, but it's all going to be covered. We entered into a contract. And I mentioned all of that to let you know that we're working hard to keep this building tight and to stress the importance of your commitment to help support us with this maintenance reserve campaign. As I mentioned to you earlier, I have made pledges and are fulfilling my pledges. Those of you who have yet to fulfill a pledge, please do so. And for those of you who haven't made contributions to this effort, we're about $70,000 short of a goal. So I encourage you, your friends, your family, to help us by making contributions, which are tax deductible, to our maintenance reserve campaign. As I had mentioned, we've been working hard during the course of the summer to finish the contracts, pay off the AC, and enter into a contract to have the roof done. So it's imperative that you honor your pledges, and if you haven't made one, come on and make one, or just make a contribution to the maintenance reserve fund. We're about $70,000 short of our goal, which ends in June of 2021. I'd like to commend Michelle Woods, chairing our grants committee. We have received sizable grants since we last talked, and I'm proud to serve on that committee under her leadership, and we've done a remarkable job, so big kudos to Michelle. Big kudos also to Stephanie Matthews with the 30th anniversary celebration. She is the chair of that committee. Please encourage your friends, your neighbors, your family members to become members of AACS. We do outstanding work here. I'm very proud of the work that we have collectively put together and completed to serve our community and our membership. So I thank you so much. I'm easy to get in touch with. Contact our Cultural Center Administrator, BLANCHE, Valentine. If you don't have my number, she'll put you in touch with me. I'll get right back to you. If you have any special needs as a family member of AACS, communicate that with BLANCHE. Whatever we can do to help serve you, it'll be our pleasure. No one of us is as great as all of us. God bless you. God bless the African American Cultural Society. Thank you. We were able over the summer to participate with the Flagler County branch of the NAACP to commemorate the 55th anniversary of the Voters' Right Act, with emphasis on encouraging our community to vote, to register to vote, to actually vote. That was done on August 6th. And then on August 28th, the anniversary of the March on Washington, we had another mobile march. That one included almost 400 cars. It was well received by those that were in attendance. We got some notable press as a result of it. And that too had a theme of register and actually getting out to vote. So if you participated, I appreciate you. And if you haven't, we'll be doing future things. And we'll just let you know by robocall or by email or by phone. God bless you. Take care. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
Hi, how you doing again? We're here for the 200 Club drawing. As I mentioned in my president's message, that we were going to have 11 drawings today. One of the drawings is a special drawing for a number that was drawn but had not been assigned. So we are going to make that a special drawing. That'll be the first one. Then we're going to have, for August, we're going to draw 5 $100 drawings. We're going to draw 4 for September, and then our quarterly drawing. So this is the most important part, I feel, of our meeting, because now we're going to give away some money. And everybody likes money. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the chair of the 200 Club, Berkeley Chandler, and he's going to introduce his committee, and then we're going to draw those numbers. So good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Berkeley Chandler, and I'm the chairperson of the 200 Club. And the members of the 200 Club that are present today are Connie and John Reed, Jackie, and Alton Dempsey. And my name is, as I said, Berkeley Chandler. Our absentees right now are Walter Bloom and Jim Lee. That is the club. Thank you. The first drawing is going to be the special drawing that our president just mentioned. The number is 173. 173.
Alton Dempsey Sr.
Alton Dempsey Sr.
This is the special drawing?
That was a special drawing. Thank you. The number is 154. 154.
Walter Bloom.
Walter Bloom. I will put this number. Zero, 8, 7. Counting, you don't turn the wheel.
Yeah, I know, Barry.
Okay, go.
One, 2, 6. 1, 126.
Nancy Stacy.
Nancy Stacy. Thank you. Zero, 8, 8, 0, 8, 8.
Foster Vessel.
Foster Vessel.
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 Foster Vessel. Thank you. One, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2.
Ivan Johnson.
Ivan Johnson. That ends the August drawings. September is coming up. Zero, 0, 6, 0, 0, 6. First page.
Foster Vessel.
Foster Vessel again. Foster Vessel. Zero, 7, 3. 0, 7, 3.
Cynthia George.
Cynthia George.
Yes.
Cynthia George. One, 4, 1. 1, 4, 1. Say it, please.
Saconia Reed.
Saconia Reed. This is the last September. Zero, 1, 9. 0, 1, 9.
Shirley Higgs. Hinds.
Shirley Hines. Shirley Hines. And for the 250 left quarter. Anyone's cooking? Thank you very much. 1, 4, 3. 1, 4, 3.
Bubba Linda Mars,
Morales?
Morais.
Morris? Linda Morris?
Yes.
Thank you. 143. Thank you. Till the next month. That concludes our drawings for for August and September, and the end of our quarter. We thank you for your participation, and please come again. Good day.
Okay. We are towards the end of our program. I want to thank the 200 Club for the drawings, and congratulations to the winners. We will adjourn after our benediction.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. And we say thank you in your matchless name. Amen.
Thank you, Bill, for that fine benediction. We are adjourned. I want to thank all of you for your indulgence and hope you enjoyed our meeting. Our next meeting date will be Saturday, October 24th. If our situation exists the way it is now, and I don't think it's going to be a change, we'll do it again via social media. The next item is at 2:30 this afternoon, we will have an exciting event. It's called An Afternoon with A. Peter Bailey. It's a program I think you will enjoy. A lot of work has gone into it. It's going to be done virtually on social media. Mr. Bailey, who will be up north in the DC area, and everyone else will be here in Florida, so it will be an exciting event. So come back, enjoy it, and give us some feedback. And again, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your